What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Film Fan Reviews. And today, I have my mom here because it's a book that came out when she was just a little girl, and that is...
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, by Judy Blume.
Yes, by Judy Blume herself. She wrote a bunch of kid books, and I think I might have read a couple of them, like Super Fudge and stuff. I don't know if it's her or not, but I don't think I was the intended audience for this movie. It's definitely a coming of age, and the director is actually the same director as Edge of 17, which, if you haven't seen that one, fantastic coming of age movie as well. Not really based off of a book, I don't think, but it has the girl that's in the Hawkeye show. I cannot remember. Haley Steinfeld. She's fantastic in it, and this one has the little girl that's actually an Ant-Man. She plays Paul Rudd's daughter in the first two Ant-Man movies, and she is the main character here, playing Margaret. And honestly, she's really fun. She's an adorable little girl that definitely has the personality to really jump off the page for Judy Blume books, and all the cast around her is pretty great too. We have Rachel McAdams as her mom. We have Benny Safdie as her dad, which if Benny Safdie can get a hold of Rachel McAdams, then there's still hope for me in the world. But the cast is really great here too. We have someone that's really fantastic in here. Then I can't. What is her name? What is the grandma's name? I cannot remember her name right off the top. Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates is a phenomenal actress, and honestly, she kind of steals the show with every scene she's in this one. So, what do you have to say, being the fan of the book that I don't think I've actually read this one?
I really enjoyed it. It definitely is more for probably my age group, and it's a really good story. Really brought back a lot of fun memories. And again, I told Steve what the song was that he was going to learn or hear about during the story, where these young girls are trying to make their breasts grow. So it was a fun one. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. Honestly, like, I know I wasn't the intended audience, but there's a lot of cute moments in here and a lot of moments that made me laugh out loud, whether it was the dad being really quirky and fun. And honestly, Rachel McAdams had a lot of good moments in here. And it's not necessarily just your age, too. I think a lot of girls that are becoming teenagers and stuff, like, not necessarily younger girls, like, Madeline probably is not a thing for her to watch for the next maybe like 5, maybe even 10 years almost, really. But there's a lot in here that if you're growing up, and you can probably relate to a lot of the stuff, but for your age group, especially with it being set in 1970, I thought all the stuff in there was really cool with all the different like costuming and stuff. Like, it really felt time period accurate, as well as the great soundtrack we had too. Like, I know there are probably a lot of songs that you grew up with and everything, and you knew a lot of them, all the rock hits and stuff like that. But yeah, and there's actually a lot of good moments in here that talk about not only religion and growing up, and good conversations that a lot of people probably can relate to and probably struggled with throughout their entire life. So,
I agree. I agree. There was really good storyline. There was a lot to it. They brought in, like you said, many diversities that you have throughout growing up. It was great. I really, really liked it.
so on a 5-star rating scale, where would you put it, you think?
I'm definitely saying a solid 4.
I'm right there too. I'm right at like a 3.5 to a 4 because, yeah, if you're the audience for this, I think you're gonna love this movie. Like, my niece, like we talked about a little bit, she's just starting to get into some of the younger Judy Blume stuff, and I'm really excited for her to probably check this movie out when she's getting that adolescent age. And I think she'll have a lot of things that might help her not feel as uncomfortable as some children might feel growing up, especially young girls with this movie in particular. So, yeah, 3.5 out of 5, maybe even a 4. But yeah, if you're the intended audience, if you're a young girl growing up, and honestly, if you're just a child of the 70s, there's a lot here for you. So I think that's all I have to say. You want to add anything else?
Gotta go see it.
Yes, so it comes out next week. We've got an early screening for it, but if you got to see it today, let us know what you thought about it. I'd love to chat with you in the comments and everything. And if you like this video, subscribe for more and go check out the Adam and Steve show and all that cool stuff. And maybe I'll see you next time at the movies.